Are we live?
We laugh, baby.
We're live. The button went live. Oh yeah.
Yeah, we're live.
It's your birthday.
It's
Welcome
my birthday.
to.
We laugh, baby.
Welcome to the Source Wall.
Hold on.
Oh.
The thing, I had the YouTube playing at the same time, and I just had to go, we laugh, baby, and then I could hear Isha go, I'm literally watching it, I'm confused, I'm looking in the wrong window.
There's a bit of a delay as well, isn't it?
It's okay.
Oh, yeah. Right, Gravy, let us begin.
All right, welcome to the second issue of the Source Wall.
Number two. Yes.
How's everyone
I am the Phantom Specialist. Yes, I'm okay. I'm cold. Don't like it.
It's freezing.
Don't like it.
I'm not cold.
Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow.
Somewhere else, because I don't want to snow. But yeah, no, I've been good. It's okay. Can we get into the nitty-gritty, please? Can we just dive?
Yeah, let's jump straight in.
Straight in.
So, what we got?
I didn't have time to look at the notes, by the way. Just saying.
Really?
I'll let you lot lead.
We'll guide.
Okay.
We'll guide.
Yeah, go, Rich. Go.
So it's big news. Disney, as everyone knows, is trying to buy 21st Century Fox. As we're recording it, this is the 13th, Wednesday, the 13th of December, 2017. And apparently they should be letting the whole world know tomorrow, Thursday.
Tomorrow. So that's a big.
I haven't checked on this for a bit. Are they? Because the last time I checked, which was a while ago, a few days ago, they were attempting that if they weren't gonna get Fox outright, that they were still gonna go for their properties so that they could still do their movies.
Yeah. From what I understand, they're not buying a whole of Fox, as in everything, the news, sports, everything. Apparently, they're just actually buying some rights. So they won't they won't get the news, they won't get the sports. But I think most of the movie stuff, they'll more than likely get it. So,
but what does that mean for Deadpool? Very important question here, because Deadpool isn't particularly Disney friendly. Are we? If
Disney has done R-rated stuff before.
Yeah, I think they'll just. I reckon they'll just keep Fox as it is. Obviously, have their changes, have certain changes. Maybe sack a few people. I don't know, but I think they'll still keep like a division there where they can still do films which they wouldn't normally do. Like you say, Deadpool, Aliens. There's loads of R-rated, X-rated film. Well, probably not X-rated, but R-rated films that 21st Century Fox does.
They might even just put it under another label.
Yeah, exactly.
Another company.
Yeah. Well, like Disney Dark or some shit like that.
No. It's a banging name, but they're not going to use Disney. They will just come out with a new thing. My thing with them buying Fox is that Fox has the distribution rights for the original Star Wars. So that means that if they get those things back, they will be able to release the original trilogy without all the special editions.
All that BS on there, man.
I literally just popped in my head just now, but I was just like...
I can't even watch the old ones no more. Really?
Why?
Because all these special
effects. He's watching it, and then just CGI pops in. Like, I hate the CGI Jabba. I hate him. And Yoda.
No. The original ones were perfect, and then poor George Lucas was just like, I've got computers now, and he just went a bit mad. So no, just wipe all of that. Keep the normal ones. Like these new Star Wars is a nice blend of both. So this is why they're probably banging harder than usual. But yeah, man, no, we'll just kind of miss the prequels and then skip right back to the originals and have these ones.
Every time I watch the prequels or whatever, the CGI-ness, it makes it a bit soulless. When I watched it the first time, because I saw 1 in the cinema, I didn't go to see 2, and then 3 I got it on the special edition DVD box set with a bajillion discs and all the behind the scenes and whatnot. And like that, especially in the third one, I was like, the effects are amazing. But I think if the story content wasn't that shit, you wouldn't notice, because you watch a different film from the 80s with practical effects which look fake and are shit, but you'll still go, yeah, the story's banging. So you don't notice those things. But obviously with Star Wars, like, the movie had problems that weren't the special effects. At the time, they were the best effects on both. Anyway, that's a tangent. That's just going into all Star Wars-ness.
That's fine.
Back to the original programming.
Yeah. So Disney buying some rights to Fox. Cool. Does that include Hulu?
Yes, it does. Although, actually, with what we found out earlier today or yesterday, that actually there's a bit of complication between that and Fantastic Four. Yeah, because apparently Fantastic Four is partly owned by Constantine Film, which is a German film company.
Why?
Yeah, so
what's the complication at Disney? Throw money at it.
Well, yeah, exactly. But all the rage today and yesterday was, is Fantastic Four actually coming to Disney, or is that going to be like a separate deal or whatnot?
Oh, this is long. Too many people own rights to things, man. Shit, come on.
They'll still get it, no doubt about it.
Just get it faster. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Okay. What's next? What else was happening? So I'm just munching away. Do apologize.
Nah, Disney Fox, over it. Next.
Right.
Yeah. So, until they bring out stuff tomorrow. Yeah, move on.
we already kind of went through the Avengers 3 trailer, right? Last week or the week before, actually.
Yeah.
Although there was a Black Panther trailer that recently came out 2 days ago, yesterday. It was the
international one.
Yeah.
Yeah. The international one's always a little bit different, isn't it?
Yeah. And it was
I didn't watch it.
Quite a bit more.
Yeah, I did.
I didn't watch it. Only because I do one trailer and then I sit, because people be showing me way too much, and then I get to cinema, I'm like, no, you should spoil everything. So how was it? Tell me.
It was basically the same as the last one, just the scenes, like some bits were like changed, like say for example the bit when he's all dropping out of the plane, they cut it to when he literally just drops out of the plane, and then it's got like a different line, but it was like basically all the same kind of stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty much.
Talking about trailers. Okay. We need to talk about the soul gem. Who the fuck has got the soul gem? And why the Chikari up in fucking Wakanda? Yeah. Two things. Because again, like I said, we have an international viewer, my dad in the States. He was saying seeing as the Vision is made from fucking, vibranium, that maybe the Wakandians know how to manipulate vibranium. So that's why he might be in Wakanda, and they come for him in Wakanda. So but then who's got soul gem? Because
I think the soul gem is in Wakanda, because with Black Panther they have like a spirit kind of, where when the Black Panthers die they go to this spirit world kind of thing. And I think they're going to incorporate that with the soul gem. So whenever a Black Panther dies, or maybe a Wakandan dies, they go to to this, they have the ability to get into the soul stone and soul plane, or and actually watching the trailer, the international trailer, he does actually say something that makes me think, actually, they've definitely got the soul gem.
Okay. But then that's bad luck having two gems in one place, because then it's just, you've got the soul gem and then Vision's got the mind gem.
Yeah,
the mind gem. Yeah.
But he's not actually in Wakanda though, and I don't remember seeing any shots of him in Wakanda.
Maybe we'll have to see. There's too many Easter eggs in the Black Panther. I think Black Panther's going to be
big,
the ultimate bridge between between jumping galaxies. Because but who's playing Adam Warlock? I haven't heard a sniff or a peek or a little whistle tweet about who's playing this guy. When do you think he's coming out? When?
I don't know. I think he'll probably I don't even think he'll be in Guardians 3, to be honest. I don't know. I don't think he's going to be in any of the Avengers films.
Okay.
I doubt he's.
Do you think you?
Maybe.
Do you think he's just going to come in like the Infinity Wars?
I don't know. I think it's
If
too.
we even see him.
I think actually Captain Marvel will. I think she's going to play his character.
Yeah, that might make sense. Yeah.
Yeah, I think she's going to pop up in Avengers 4 and kick some a-holes. Save the day. It'll be good for them as well. You know, they haven't really had that many good female characters out on there. So
very true. Well, if we had the X-Men, we would have. But
well, you say that we've had the X-Men for ages, and we still haven't got a good female character out of them. So
that's because Fox has been just fucking that up. But we won't go into that because that's a tangent that we can have for another day. Okay.
All right, next on the agenda.
Yes, let's do this.
First pictures of Dick Grayson in the Titan TV.
Yes.
Okay, yes, this is all YouTube. Go ahead.
I'm not really. I'm not really familiar with many DC adventures.
Yeah, Josh, educate us.
Is the look is down, and obviously there was some other behind the scenes shots of him. So obviously it wasn't all. The suit looks dope. I'm happy with the suit. They've done. They've been doing casting for a young Robin, and
oh really?
Yeah, a young Robin, not as in another Robin. So this is for flashback scenes.
Okay.
So you know, like how in Arrow it does flashback scenes to wherever. So this is gonna have flashback scenes, and they've done the casting for obviously fake names. I can't remember them. I ain't got it up, so whatever. Who cares? But the description for a young Robin and a description for a young Batman.
Oh.
So Batman's going to be in the flashbacks.
Oh, okay.
Oh, nice.
I say is going to be in, but that's just going off the description. Batman in the flashbacks, which that would be dope.
Yeah, definitely.
That would be.
Definitely.
And then that means finally we'll have Batman in the Arrowverse. Technically, because Titans is not connected to it. But
it should be.
Maybe like after the first season, they'll start making those connections, because obviously in Arrow, they've had the throwaway like Bruce Wayne, he exists or whatever. And then in the Flash, they had that one where they went to Earth 2, and then on the phone it said Clark, Bruce, and Diana on it, even though that was alternate Earth. Come on, dropping things.
We get it.
Bruce Wayne exists in the Arrowverse. Now, whenever he comes in, I think however he does come into Titans, his role will be a bit like how Superman has been in Supergirl, comes in for an episode. I think they'll do the whole first season and we'll only see him in flashbacks, and maybe in the second season that's when we'll get actual Batman like appearing, or something like that.
Okay.
I'm definitely excited for.
Although
Titans.
wasn't there this thing about Marvel having the TV rights to Batman? So I'm not sure how that's gonna.
No idea. Never heard of that.
Well, actually, basically, what it is because Gotham is part of Fox, I think it is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so they have.
I still think it will come down to DC.
Yeah,
because even in or Warner Brothers or DC or whatever, but I think even with like Gotham, like Batman's not in it. So I say Bruce Wayne's in it, Batman ain't in it. And we don't know if it'll be like a Smallville flex, like he ain't gonna be Batman until the end of that shit, depending on how long it lasts. You know, obviously he started wearing like a black suit and the mask and all that. I'm a bit behind. I think I'm only 4 or 5 episodes into this season, so I think I'm missing like 2. Yeah.
I've finished the. It's on the mid-season now. It's actually been okay. It's been all right.
Yeah, I think on some bits it's dragging a bit.
Yeah.
Just dragging a bit. I definitely want to see like more progression with Bruce and on Bruce's side, because in the last season we kind of got that shift where it wasn't kind of just on Gordon, and it kind of, we were getting quite a few more Bruce Wayne moments. Like as he's grown older, he met Ra's al Ghul. you know, all this stuff that started happening, his training started happening. Now we started putting on a suit and going out and fighting people. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's getting a bit more interesting, but I want to start seeing things happen a bit faster. Like, I was having the same thing with Supergirl. I thought season 2 was way better than season 1. Then season 3, there was like some dragging on episodes. Like, I skipped one episode, and I didn't notice that I had skipped an episode until I did realize something had happened, an event had happened, and I didn't know what that event was, but I was just like, I'll just put the pieces together. I can't bother to go back. Then the one before they done the crossover event, when Monel returned, I didn't know he came back. But then when I watched the next episode, they were talking about him as if he was back, and then I was like, oh, Monel came back in that episode. But when I started watching it, it was like a flashback episode, and I just went, I ain't got time for this. Skip it.
Yeah.
I just wanted to get to the thing. Like, for me, like, Flash has been a bit slip in this series. I haven't been feeling it until like the mid-season finale. I was like, oh yeah, okay, that was all right. Or the last 2 episodes.
Yeah.
Arrow for me has been the series that's been doing it. Like, so.
Yeah, Arrow has been pretty good actually. Yeah, has been pretty dope. Yeah, I kind of liking the other universe. What's her name? Laurel.
Nope, he's gone. Someone's at the door.
Special guest Jamari. Even though he can't hear you, but he can see you.
Hello.
Yeah, all right, great. Fuck off. Bye. Hello, Black.
Oh, my days.
So
okay.
Yeah, so are we done?
So yeah, you were saying that you like with DC?
Yeah, Arrow is good. Yeah, it has been pretty good lately.
Have you got up to the mid-season finale yet?
It kind of what happened? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no, because remember in the last cast I was talking about, I wanted to talk about Diggleby and Arrow. Remember I was saying about how the cinematography and the fight choreography has gone like way up.
Yeah.
When Diggle was Arrow, I don't care if he was on drugs or whatever, Man was killing it.
Was that a bit of like a what is it, the red Arrow? I remember back in the days in the comics.
Speedy.
Speedy.
Yeah. I think they might have done that as a little tie-in because they never done it with him, and obviously he's come off the show now.
Yeah.
But that was a good flex. But I thought him as Arrow, I was getting all hyped. I was like, what?
Yeah. It was pretty.
I called him Black Arrow. I was like, yeah, Black Arrow. When he had that fight with that chick in the car, I was like, no. And when he done the one where they went into the building to stop the bomb or whatever, and Black Canary done her cry and he jumped off the building and got sent flying, I was like, fam. I was like, you're doing that Oliver wasn't even doing, bro.
Josh is very happy right now.
But now obviously Oliver's Arrow again and Diggle's like crippled or something.
Yeah, it's been good though, man. It has been pretty, and it finished pretty well as well. I think it was a pretty good ending that they showed.
Yeah.
Very unexpected.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, from DC, what are we saying about Justice League?
Oh yeah, Justice League. Oh yeah. So me and Isha, we went to see Justice League last week.
Finally.
Yeah, finally.
What do you? It was a decent film, right?
It was decent.
Rich is like, nah.
Like obviously, when we was walking in, exactly. Isha was like, ain't got time for this shit. Fucking DC films.
I didn't care if we were late. I'm a fellow geek, so I follow the Geek Chronicles of movie watching. Like, you have to be there on time to watch the previews and all sorts. I did not give two fiddly fuck shits if I missed 5 minutes because I was just like, from all the fucking DC films, like we've watched, I was just been like, trash, rubbish. Oh my days! Like, but then when me and Josh watching it, I was pleasantly surprised. I was saying to Josh, I was like, if this was the first one they did, fuck all the rest. Fuck Suicide Squad. Fuck that. No. If this was the first one they did, it would have been possible. It would have been like, okay, we're moving in a good direction. Yeah. This was kind of like okay, we are somewhat salvaging the fecal matter that we made before.
I don't know what they're salvaging really, because it doesn't make sense. Like, there's a lot of things in that doesn't make sense. It's like they forget what they previously done previously on Batman and Superman.
Yeah.
It's like they totally forget like everything pretty much. Like,
well, I think they have to do that, because otherwise, other than starting again, which they might do Flashpoint, but we'll get to that. Like, look at all the things that was in Batman versus Superman that everyone was like, nope, don't like that. Like, they tried to do some kind of character development with like Batman. Obviously, he's not being like such a like, in Batman versus Superman. It didn't make no sense why he wanted to be Superman. Like, it said it. Like, it was. They gave a reason, but it did. As far as Batman's concerned, it didn't make no sense. Like, like Batman, even though he might go into something, like, say for example, in a versus comic, like, they always call it versus, but what always happens? They meet in the first few panels or whatever, and then they fight each other, and then they realize, oh, we're not meant to be fighting each other. We're meant to be going after this guy. That's what always happens in those things. In Batman vs Superman, it's been the whole film with Batman v Superman, for no reason. Never mind just stopping and talking to each other for a minute, spend 2 hours beefing each other or whatever, and be like, I ain't talking to that guy. He's ridiculous. Then fighting and then going, Morpho, or whatever, and then, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, do you know what I'm saying? Like, it took all of that. That's why that Batman vs Superman was waste. Whereas in this, even though it wasn't perfect, and even though it's bare kind of like choppy, like stuff was missing and stuff like that, like, I feel like if I sat here and watched the full unedited 3-hour version of however long it is, I would have feel completely satisfied. But that's the one thing that I don't like, is walking into the cinema and knowing that I'm not getting the full experience. Not even.
I don't think anyone's gonna get the full experience. It's like he's gone now. They're not hiring him no more. They're not hiring him no more. I don't think anyway. And the shots that we would normally get, I don't even think they shot it. I mean,
well, because obviously he must have shot his whole thing, and then obviously they've taken stuff up. But my beef is with Warner Brothers. At Marvel, Disney has Marvel as Marvel. Go and do your thing. You're Marvel. Like, we'll step in if we need to, but you're Marvel. Do your Marvel films. Do your thing. At Warner Brothers, there's not a DC film division. It's under Warner Brothers. So anytime the executives want to jump in and say, no, we don't like that, or cut this much out, and then even if the film doesn't make no money, when we release a Blu-ray with all the fucking extra scenes in it, we'll recoup, because it will be the ultimate edition. And then you can watch. That same thing they done with Batman vs Superman. Same thing they done with Suicide Squad. Same thing that they're probably going to do with Wonder Woman. And obviously, lately they're going to do it with Justice League, because we know all the cuts that they made. Saying that, with all the go on, say your piece, say your piece.
So like, things I mean, right? The reason why I don't like it, right, is one, why the hell did Superman die at the end of Batman v Superman? And then right at the last shot, the very, very last shot, you see the earth, the gravel just fly up. They forgot all about that. Like, he's totally dead.
Consistency.
Keep consistent.
I forget what it was, but in Snyder's version, how he was gonna come back was different to how they done it in the release version, in the theatrical version.
But I mean, if you're gonna hire someone to take over the reins of directing a film, you would have actually, the guy would have obviously, he should have watched the film previously, right? He should have watched Batman v Superman previously. So,
but I think that for me, I feel like that was Warner Brothers going, we don't like how that was done, and we don't like how Snyder's carrying it on. Change it to something else. Like, because if you're coming in and you're hired as whatever, like, the film's about to go, you're gonna get paid bare P anyway. You can turn around and go, oh nah, that don't make sense. I'm not gonna do it. They're just gonna fire you and bring someone else in anyway. So
yeah, I mean, but they're too reactionary, man. They react to everything. That's why they've been so
that's
shit.
their problem.
That's the problem, and they should understand that.
And the thing is, that's why they need to look, because with Justice League, they started Justice League like they started it straight away after Batman versus Superman. So by the time the backlash of Batman versus Superman happened, it was already too late. They had passed pre-production, they were in production, and they were like, "Well, how are we gonna fix it?"
Just carry on, man. Carry on with what you're doing. The beard, the mustache stuff as well. Easily fixed. Keep him. And they shot apparently they shot the black suited Superman as well.
Yeah, I heard that.
Easily fixed. Keep him with a beard. Have a nice beard. Don't blend in the mustache, and then just keep him rough.
Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah, that would have been cool. Even though they did change, even though they did change how they brought Superman back. Like for me, if those little dust particles didn't come up at the end of Batman vs Superman, then what happened would have made sense. You know what I'm saying? Because the dust particles or whatever insinuate that he's alive, not that he's dead. You see what I'm saying?
If you're gonna keep him dead, what happened to his little Killex robot thing, man? Teleport him out of that thing, man. He's on his I don't know, solitude of confinement or whatnot.
Yeah.
And just
but that's with just what it is. I was like, for me walking in, I was like, I don't want some bullshit way. Like, I was like, how are they going to bring Superman back to life?
Yeah.
But when they explained it in the film, even for me, I was just like, all right, let me just pretend that dust particle thing doesn't happen. I was just like, right, he's dead. Yeah. Like, he's dead. Like, the way they were talking about him, he's dead. They didn't see no dusty particles. So for them, he's dead as well. So the way they done it, and then they brought him back, I went, yes, that's cool. That makes sense.
Okay. Yeah.
I was like, with the whole Flash and the mother box, I went, yes, this can flash me.
I didn't know that, man. That's
how else would they have brought him back?
Just fling him in the sun, innit? Like, that's where he gets his energy from.
Because Kelex was in Man of Steel, right? Remember when Lois Lane first came in? They found the ship, and that robot was there. Like, just have, I don't know, one that was in the cupboard somewhere. It just, I don't know, sensed that his heart stopped and just teleported him out. He's not dead there. He doesn't
have a teleport.
Slowly, like in the comics, like how it was. And just bring him back. All that mother box. What is the mother box? Is it a teleporting device? Is it a recovery device? Is it what is it? Is it an artificial
I think in the film, it's not exactly the same as it is in the comics.
Yeah.
Because I know in like something like the mother box would just be used as like a teleporting device or something like that. But in this, as I recall, the mother box actually does have the essence of Steppenwolf's mother in it,
which they cut out. Actually, he didn't actually say that. I don't recall him saying it in the film.
I think he does when he's fighting the Amazons in the beginning, which was a badass fight. And the fact that
I swear, like the Amazons were the only hardcore people in this fucking movie.
Like, for real,
like
for real.
The fuck?
No, straight away, yeah. At the beginning as well, when after the Amazon fight, where we see Wonder Woman for the first time, and obviously they showed that fight in the trailer, but the bit where she runs past and stops all the bullets. I went. From then, Issa was ready. She went, okay, yeah.
I'm invested. No, it was I swear, like in terms of characters, Wonder Woman and Amazons.
Yeah.
And hilarious. Like he was just funny. And Flash was just bare comical. Like them four. I mean, the cyborg guy. I didn't like his CGI too tough. No, he was good.
I thought he was alright, but he didn't have no thing. You know what I was waiting for was just a booyah. Yeah. When he went booyah, I went mad. I was like,
Josh was like, towards the end of the film, Josh was like, the film is coming to an end. I ain't heard it. He was ready to get up and go. And then he was looking the other way, and then all you heard is booyah. And he was like, yes, that's what I came to say.
Yeah, boy.
No, it was, he was all right. You know what I mean?
I didn't leave, like, after Batman vs Superman, I felt so conflicted when I left. I was like, oh yeah, it had some cool bits, but it hurt my soul a little bit. And like the fight with Doomsday, I didn't like it, and whereas in this, I just felt I wanted more from it. Like the Amazon fight was good, but if it was longer, I'd be like, yeah, boy. Even the fight with Steppenwolf and Aquaman, like there was bare bits I liked them as their little bits, but I feel like around them there was like bare bits missing.
Man, that's what spoiled it for me as well. It's just it just seemed like they just cut out loads of bits. They did cut out loads of bits, and you can tell that they did, because even with the Flash and Cyborg, there was no story development there. Even with Aquaman, really, there's no real story development there.
I remember in the trailer, or I think it was in the trailer or something, they showed like scenes of him playing a football game.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, they're gonna do his whole thing. And I think he even played for like Gotham, whatever. So I was like, bam, they're tying it in. Like, obviously in the comics, he wasn't from Gotham or whatever, but they're tying it in. This is all gonna work. And then none of that was in the film. So it was like,
none of it. And they showed an image, and I was like, okay,
and that bit
that was a waste of a scene.
Yeah, exactly. Wasn't that bit with when he barges the tank and he saves that police guy? Wasn't that cut out from there as well?
Yeah, just tons of things were cut out, and I was just like, okay, cool. He was just like Moni walking around the kitchen, and he was like, oh, I'm flying now. I couldn't do that before. I was like, okay, we don't even know what you're like. What were
you doing in the first place? How did you get like this?
Yeah, you know.
And that would be, if you saw Batman versus Superman, obviously those little clips that Wonder Woman watches on the computer. That she watches with Batman. That's the only bit you get of him, and he had like no legs and whatever. That was it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And those were like the teaser trailers that they was putting on the internet, and that's meant to cover the whole backstory for this guy who was going to give a film in 2019, but now he hasn't got it. So yeah, like I thought the dude playing him, I thought he was good as Cyborg, health and safety.
Sorry. No memento.
Yeah, the dude playing him, I thought all the actors were good as their people. You know what I'm saying? I just think, Warner Brothers might have fucked it up a little. I'm saying that, I don't know if it was exactly Warner Brothers, but I do think it was them.
I don't think they have anyone like a Feige. They just don't have someone to say, look, hey, this goes here, this goes here, this is what we're gonna do.
Well, I think that's why, it's because they don't have like they're under Warner Brothers and not under DC Films. Like I know after Justice League came out, they've done a switch around and they've changed people's roles. They got rid of some people. Like I think Jeff Johns is like higher up now as well. I ideally would just like him to be involved with it. Like, also, he's working on Titans, so that should be dope. But he should be like the Kevin Feige of DC, as far as I'm concerned.
Exactly.
He knows what's going on in the comics. He's setting all this rebirth, Doomsday Clock, and all the thick and stuff. He's on Flashpoint. Do you know what I'm saying? He should be running all the damn things.
For real. All that stuff that he's doing in the comics is like, I never really read that much DC back in the days, but what Jeff Johns is doing with them now, I'm buying more and more DC stuff. They're killing it in the comic game, but
they are. Yeah, they are. Coming on to comics, what was the news about the Marvel comics? Or actually, no, fuck that. Can we talk about the Spider-Man trailer, please? Because that was just great. Fuck that. Fuck comics. Like.
Oh yeah, Spider-Man trailer. Yeah.
That was fun. I liked it.
It was alright. Yeah, it was alright. But I see it more as like a bit of a teaser, and I don't get gaps for teasers unless they like do something super, like actually teasing me. That just showed me Spider-Man. Obviously, they teased the Peter Parker grave and all that, and then
it was good. I did enjoy it. It looked nice. It looked really nice, and I like that.
Yeah, it does look nice.
That cut that when he's chasing the Prowler on the motorbike, and he's flipping through the car, the bus, and then it just kind of flips.
Yeah.
The animation flips.
Yeah.
Frame. Yeah, I do like that.
I do like the style of it. It looks dope.
Yeah. You can tell it's
very
not finished
as well.
but, yeah.
So it's one to look out
for another year. It's like coming out next Christmas.
And is this
tease us, lad. Tease
us. I hate that shit. Go on, Josh, what are you saying?
No, I was gonna say is I remember a while ago, I don't know if any of you can confirm, that this new Spider-Man is meant to be like multiverse but canon-ish to the movies. I don't know.
As well.
Yeah. I heard something like that. Yes. Interesting.
But in the trailer, they did mention because he was actually speaking to Peter Parker. Well, it looked like Peter Parker anyway, and he did actually say, so you're
that Matt,
those of us. So, yeah, I think it's.
But I was going to say, is that going to be one of the alternate universe Spider-Man, or from his world?
No,
I haven't been on like the Spider-Verse or whatever, so
me neither. It would be good if it is, because then again that just opens up a bit more, you know what I mean, fun things you can do. Because I heard that they bring in Spider-Gwen, is it in at some point? Somewhere.
What, in this one, or no, that's another animation, right?
Yeah.
They're bringing her in. Quite a few of them, aren't they?
Yes. So gonna have a little tarantulas running around the place, which is fun. Oh yeah. So that's my little dance. But yeah. So we like the Spider-Man trailer. What's next?
Oh no, it's not connected to the MCU.
Is it not?
It's not.
Apparently, I just looked it up.
Okay.
Oh man.
Sad. What else is on the list? Sorry.
Next.
What is next?
TV. Well, we kind of did TV already, but we didn't speak about. Has anyone watched The Runaways or?
Still haven't watched it.
I haven't watched it.
Still haven't watched it. I need to put that on my list because everything's mid-season now. I need to jump onto something else.
I definitely recommend it. I
heard you were saying it's good.
Yeah,
but Punisher was just the greatest chocolate drops on the cake of beautifulness. I loved it. I'm so sorry. It was so good. It was so good.
My favorite one.
Yes.
My favorite.
I heard that they renewed it for second season, which they damn right should have, because it was.
I didn't even hear what you said.
I'm sorry. It was the greatest Punisher chocolate.
Oh, Punisher! Oh.
No.
Yeah, Punisher. Everything I wanted that more. Yes, Amari, I did watch Punisher. I finished it. Yeah.
No, Punisher was so good.
Yeah, it was.
The right amount of violence.
That's my top now. That's my favorite Netflix.
Yeah.
I think it goes Punisher, Daredevil season 2, Luke Cage. Luke Cage, Jessica Jones is like joint. I like both of them.
I'm ready for Jessica Jones. I think I like Jessica Jones a bit more than I like Luke Cage. I know that sounds really bad,
maybe,
but
maybe I did, but I think maybe just because I watched Luke Cage more recently than Jessica Jones.
Okay.
A year after, like I haven't gone back and watched it again. And even when I put them out of order or whatever, then it's not like going, oh, that was shit or whatever.
It's just
like Luke Cage. I know it had like some slow bits or whatever, and the ending was a bit dead, but I did like it. But maybe Jessica Jones, they like that. So
no, they're good.
And then Daredevil season 1, because I thought it just dragged everything out. I was like 6 fights, but it's so slow. And then Iron Fist, which I haven't watched yet, and I'm not going to. Oh wait, I missed out the Defenders.
It was still good. Defenders, you know.
That's not easy. That's easy to miss out, man. That is easy to miss out.
No, Iron Fist. Just watch the last episode, and then cool. That's it. Just watch the last episode, and then you're fine. You haven't missed absolutely anything. It's fine. Don't. Yeah. I don't do it.
Yeah.
Don't waste your life
Punisher,
like that. Punisher's. Yeah. That was so good.
It didn't actually feel, with the others, you kind of feel like halfway through, 3/4 ways through, you're like, it's dragging on.
And you feel like you know what's gonna happen as well.
Yeah, with Punisher, I didn't feel that. It was just like, next one, next.
Yeah,
next.
yeah.
Yeah, I think they worked out those kinks in Punisher, definitely.
Yeah, no, he has to be Punisher now for just, there is no other person who can play Punisher. I don't care if they're making films. He has to be Punisher because he's just he's like small little, just kind of
I don't even
things
know if
that
I
he
would
does.
want a Punisher film, because obviously they've tried it like 3 times. Like sometimes you have to go, this don't work. And I think having it as a Netflix series with this many episodes and being able to do whatever the hell they want and having a good budget and being able to go, why make one movie when we could make 8 movies and put it on Netflix?
Yeah, true.
I don't know how many episodes. Like I said, I never check the amount of episodes. I just like to watch, and then when the end comes, I go, you know when you get to Netflix and then in the bottom corner it doesn't show the next one.
The next episode, and you're like,
no.
No, but yeah,
I think
top of
for
the list.
Punisher, that works better for Punisher.
Yeah, but he just has to play it because he's just great. He's just great. Yeah. Everything that he's doing, just everything was amazing.
What other shows? Walking Dead. Anyone?
I heard about that, man.
I heard it was shit. Sorry, I heard the last season.
I don't think it was shit. I think it's been a bit draggy outy, but there's been like some developments. I've just been like, like Rick Grimes is on the next level, bro. He's doing some ish. I was like, you didn't just do that. Can man talk spoilers?
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, we do have one person in the live chat.
Hi.
Do you want us to talk spoilers or not?
I will announce. But it's not really a spoiler. Like, I'm not going to give it a spoiler for the end of the episode. It's just one bit where Rick's being badass. Yeah. So basically, my man goes to I forget all the tribes' names. What? I'm going to call them the Junkions. The Transformers.
Oh, those weird-looking ones, yeah.
Yeah. So he goes there. Yeah, and man's like, look here. League is about to go down. You should join us. She's like, what are you doing here? I shot you, bruv. He was like, you didn't shoot me. You grazed me. If you shot me, I'd still be angry at you. I said, no, you didn't just say that to her. He's gone there by himself, yeah. So he's like, join me. If you say yes, we're cool or whatever. We'll go down there. We'll do our thing. If you say no, like my people know I'm here. There's more of us than there is of you. We'll come for you, innit? Like, even if you kill me, they'll come for you. So they dash him in a crate, take off his clothes or whatever, leave him in his boxer shorts, leave him there for a couple days or whatever. This woman's taking pictures of him with like some flashbulb Polaroid camera. He's like, what are these pictures for? He's like, after. And he's like, after what? So that zombie that he beefed one like a while ago with the metal spikes on its head when they put him in the pit, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
He's tied up, yeah? Man's tied up in his boxer shorts, yeah? They bring it out, yeah? And he's like, what's this? He's like, this is after. So the man's holding the zombie, like, got a pole coming from his head and is like, guide it to Rick. Rick just goes, bam, busts out, beats up both the guys, gets the zombie, yeah? He breaks out of the thing, rips its head off, yeah? The woman tries to get out her gun. He murks her, puts her on the floor, and the thing's head is just next to her, and he's got her down, just on the floor, and the thing's just slamming in her face like this. And she's just crying. He's just like, gonna say yes now, yeah? All of our other people have come with their guns, and she's just like, nah, put them down, fam. I was just like, Rick,
sorry, one person in the live chat. If you were like, no, wait, that's too much. No. See, like, I was so happy when Rick turned into Shane on crack. There you go. That's inevitable. There you go. But can you imagine if Shane was still alive? Them two would have been causing.
Yeah, we wouldn't have had Punisher.
True. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm glad that Shane died then.
Yeah,
okay, I'm glad.
I have been hearing this.
The spoilers, fam. What are you lot cool with my talking spoilers of Walking Dead? Or
yeah, I've stopped, man. I've stopped watching it.
All right, so basically,
I know someone died.
I know.
No one died, but
right, okay.
Carl got bit by a zombie.
Oh shit! Oh damn! Yeah. I thought he died.
Carl, yeah.
Carl.
Oh my god!
Carl. Didn't they chop off his arm or his leg or something? Or
no, like in the comics, like they played out like they were gonna do it last season with Negan or whatever, but they didn't do it.
But where did he get bit?
I think Rick got his hand chopped off in the comic.
Yeah. Where did he get bit?
On his like abdomen. Like he went to help this guy. He was looking for this guy that Rick like told to fuck off before or whatever, and he was like, I should help him. I should bring him back to Alexandria or whatever. So they get ambushed by some zombies, and the guy was like, you don't have to help me. You can go or whatever. And then he didn't, and then he helped him. And then there was one bit where I went, this zombie, like, it just went down like that, but it didn't do nothing. He gun-butted it, but he didn't kill it or something. I don't know. But I was just like, did he get bit? I don't know. They didn't make out like he did, but they didn't say nothing until the end or whatever. And then obviously he was with carrying his little sister after Negan blew up the whole place or whatever.
Oh shit.
Like the people all I want to know is Michonne still alive?
But if you thought he fucked up some guy, yeah, like she fucked up some guy. She came back to Alexandria and it was all burning, yeah. And there was one of the saviors there or whatever. She just bust out the sword, like he tried to attack and she just stabbed him like that. Whatever, sliced him up, and he dropped on the floor. She was just going. Slicing the letters, bro.
I might have to catch up. I might have to catch up on Walking Dead during the Christmas break because
true.
There was. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, there was some like drag out episode because they were doing that whole stick with one character and do their whole thing or whatever. Whereas you feel like they probably could have put maybe 2 characters per episode instead of having everyone have just one of their whole thing or whatever, because they're trying to stretch out a long time. This whole war is happening over like a few days, and they're stretching that few days out into like the whole season or whatever. So like obviously, what's his face? What's the priest's name? I forget the priest's name. He had his whole alive. Yeah. Even though he's in bed sick in the Savior's place or whatever, but he had a whole thing with. Why am I forgetting everyone's names now?
They're not worth remembering.
What's the pussy guy's name? What's the pussy guy's name with the mullet?
Yeah, can't remember.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. Yeah. I can't remember his name.
Yeah. Well, yeah, him, Mr. I have to think of a logical way to save myself so that I can be the one that's alive because I don't want to die. And I don't care if I'm a pussy because I'm alive or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, he done that whole speech. Him and the priest or whatever. The priest was like, have faith. Come, even though he's like basically dying in the bed or whatever because he's got some infection.
Oh, so he's not actually dying from being bit or anything, no?
No. He's just got an infection and... like if he had medicine, there's no medicine at the Savior's place, innit? Rick and them, they put bare zombies all the way around and trap them in there, so they can't get out. But then Daryl, he went and bust a hole in it.
Daryl's my boy. Daryl and Michonne, the only reason why I watched that show,
He went and he got a truck and he was gonna go with Michonne, and then what's that Latina girl? I forget her name anyway. She was like, "No, I'm not going to do this." After Sasha came out the coffin or whatever, I realized that I shouldn't be like just rushing into things. We should stick to the plan. We should wait for Rick. He knows what he's going to do. And then Daryl's like, "Nah, man, I'm not waiting." Him and the lesbian chick, they were like, "Let's go do this. Let's go fuck them up or whatever." And Michonne was like, "Yeah, let's go fuck them up." But then she changed her mind. She went, "Nah." And then obviously she went back to Alexandria, and they were fucking up Alexandria, all the of Negan and them lot, the saviors. So then Daryl bust a hole in, all the zombies got in, all the saviors got out, and then went and fucked up Alexandria. Peace and chicken grease, brother. Blessings.
See you
Bye. Take care.
Yeah. So
see you next week.
He fucked up everything. He fucked up everything. And then because Rick, he came back with Shawnee B
was saying the mullet guy is Eugene.
Yeah.
Eugene. Oh, there we go. Thank you.
If Shane was alive, it would be called the Walking Punisher. Sorry, Josh.
Yeah. So basically, Eugene came up with a plan of them how to get out of the building, which I think they got out through the sewers or something like that.
Mm.
And basically, he knows that I forget that guy's name as well. Fucked up face guy. Yeah, he knows that he's the traitor, but he hasn't told Negan yet or whatever. And basically, he was just like, I'm just gonna do what I need to do to stay alive. I'm not gonna go back with Rick and whatever. And so the saviors got out, came to Alexandria, burned the place down, that's what happened. Rick came back. Oh yeah, this is how the whole shit happened. Right, Rick
catch up with Josh.
Yeah, Rick came with the Junkions, and then he's like, the Junkions. Rick comes with the Junkions, and he's like, yeah, man, we got snipers all around the building. So he gets there, and there's some walkers on the floor. He fucks them up or whatever. He climbs up in the tower, finds the walkie-talkie, and then Negan's like, oh no, sorry. When he goes to fight the zombies, the fucking Junkions run away. They run. They leave him there. And on the walkie-talkie, Negan's like, oh, you thought your snipers was going to be here? Nope, we got out. So then man goes running to Alexandria. Him and Negan have a fight in the yard. They start beefing each other. I was like, there was this one bit where I thought Rick was just gonna fuck him up, but I don't know how Negan got out of it. I was like, nah, man, you just story plotted that, because really Rick would have fucked him up if he had in that position. Anyway, Rick gets the gun, and then Negan's like, nah, fam. He goes, pushes him out the window. He just does a backwards roly-poly and runs away. And then Negan's just like, oh shit, you got away, like, or whatever. And I was just like,
see, leaning as well. Oh.
Yeah, he done that. He was just like, oh shit. Like, I think that's the problem with The Walking Dead this season. Has definitely been pacing, because we know that this is literally happening like over a day, like a day's gone past or something like that, or 2 days. And they've done like 8 episodes, and it's just been like 2 days. And we're spending this person with this one, time with this person, and I was just like, you could have just stuck bare of this in, like, into one. You could have got through like 4 episodes and done all of this.
Yeah.
So for me, I don't think it's rubbish. I just think the pacing is just really slow right now.
But they tend to do that though. Every couple of seasons, they're just like, we're just gonna take hella quicksand long, and it's like, you know what I mean? That's why I'm like, catch up during Christmas. I'm not too fussed about it. Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah. As long as Daryl and Michonne and Rick and his patron is still alive, then I'm cool. Everybody not too fussed about. So yeah. But what's next on the list? What's happening?
What was it? I missed it. What was it? We were gonna talk about. Did you guys watch the crossover?
Yeah.
The Flash and Arrow.
Yeah. I did.
That's all, Josh.
It was like a movie. Yeah. So I watched all of them back to back. It was like a movie. I thought they done it good. I thought the fact that they were able to use like mostly all of the main characters in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
Like the fact that they brought back Reverse Flash again. And I was like, the way they make it work with Reverse Flash is that he can't die. Like, he's outside of the timeline. A version of him will always come back. But it still worked, even though they didn't directly say which version of him it was. It was like, oh, well, that one of him's dead, so it must be that one. And he was just like, I can change my face, so when I see you next time, Flash, you don't know who I'll be. You know what I'm saying? I was like, yeah, boy.
They seem doing really well with that, man. I think that was my favorite one as well, favorite crossover. I think it was actually pretty much better than, Batman, Justice League.
Yeah.
The disdain on your face is so amazing. You're like...
It was better than Justice League. Because obviously we've got obviously like seasons of development for all these characters and even just standalone. If you took it out and you just went like one of those DC animated films, like you could just go, I could just sit and watch this.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you don't need to know everything that's gone on. They drop hints as to what's going on in their lives and such and such.
Yeah.
But it's mainly about the event that's happening. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. So you don't, exactly. You don't need no history or nothing.
Yeah. One thing that bugs me about it.
What's that?
One thing. Why is Supergirl there? Yeah.
I like Supergirl, man.
I don't dislike her, but in terms of her being there, the first time Barry went to her universe, he came back and he didn't even tell anyone. He didn't go, oh yeah, I met Supergirl. He dropped like some line like, I went to some next place. It was cool.
Oh,
that was all he said.
He said, why was she invited to the wedding?
Yeah, no reason. So obviously they had the whole thing with the invaders. Yeah. So then I'm saying that, and she's sitting there with Iris and them. Like she wasn't even with them. She should be on like the stag do with Barry and that, well, even though that already happened in another episode. But she's sitting with all the girl them. I was like, have you even met Iris before? I can't remember if the last crossover they met or whatever.
Yeah, true.
But, you know what I'm saying? I was like, why is Supergirl there? Like even like maybe if it was like a birthday party or something. But Barry went, oh, who should we invite? Oh yeah, that girl, Supergirl from the other universe. Let's invite her. Like I didn't see what's her face there? Jessie Quick.
Yeah. What happened to her, man?
She's a Flash from another universe. Harrison Wells' daughter. She's not there. But he went and got Supergirl. You see what I'm saying? Like, so for me, like even though Supergirl was sick in the crossover, I'm not gonna lie. Even the bad Supergirl was sick. Even when they fought each other, it was sick. Yeah. But that was the one thing that hurt me. I was like, there's no sense to her technically being there. I was like, why is she there for the wedding? She don't know them. Like she met Barry twice. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Superhero invites only. Like we've got 10 spots, but we only know 9 superheroes. Who else can we fill? Jessie Quick. Oh, she can't make it. Supergirl. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's true. That's true.
But I think, I like that they done the Ray. I liked that. Remember when we went to Comic-Con and we were talking to that gay dude that was like, he was talking about gay comic book characters or whatever, and I was like,
the big furry dog thing, right?
No, not him. The one where we were
Justice League thing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And he was saying, and I was like, oh yeah, Mr. Terrific in Arrow, he's gay and he's black and da da da. And then in the crossover, they had Captain Cold, but his alternate universe version, he's gay, and he's in a relationship with the Ray, and like obviously the Ray, he had like a neckband on or whatever, and because obviously they were Nazis, they were like, what? They were like, oh, our thing is blue. Why is your one pink? And he was like, because I love the wrong person, or whatever. So they straight away they were dropping, I'm being in prison because I'm gay or whatever. Even though he set it up because it was part of him and Captain Cold's plan to infiltrate there or whatever. But there was a moment that when they came back to Earth One, that the Ray and Mr. Terrific meet each other and they have like a conversation, but they don't talk about any of like the gaynessness. But the way that they talk, it was just like, oh yeah, I'm gay and I'm gay too, even though they didn't say it. But it was just like, it worked.
It's like an unspoken conversation of just like, we're from the same rainbow. It's fine. We like that shit. Yay! Well, that's
Yeah,
good.
so that was cool. I just liked that there was loads of little bits in it. And then towards the end, I was getting upset because Diggle wasn't in it. Because in Arrow, he was being Black Arrow. But obviously, I knew that Oliver was going to be Arrow for the crossover. So I was like, all right, what is Diggle going to be Guardian again? Man, that's number two that I didn't like. Man just came in for a cameo at the end, even though I like that they done the whole, rolling joke of him every time Barry goes to get him, he feels like bare woozy or whatever, and he starts vomiting and shit. But then he only dropped in at the end to do that little wedding ceremony or whatever. I would have liked if Diggle was it, because obviously everyone was in it, and the beef, the fights, it was on the next level. It was on the next level.
They were really good, those fights.
Really good fights.
Yeah. So I have to watch them now. Okay, I will watch that.
Yeah, even if you don't watch everything, just watch the crossover.
Yeah.
And okay, I will watch the crossover. Yes.
I did hear something though, like how are they gonna do it when it's on Amazon or whatever channel it's on? Like you have different shows on, and when they do the crossovers, how is that actually gonna work? Do you have to actually watch the Flash and then watch the Arrow and then watch
you probably would have to.
That's mad. That's mad.
Like, I can't remember if they do. It says sometimes they do continued on in whatever episode of the Flash or whatever.
Yeah.
So then you would know to go. But yeah, even if they do like a little mini movie thing or whatever, that would be dope as well.
Yeah.
Interesting. What's next on the list of our crossover nuts?
Is one that you would like. Batman. Ninja.
Oh.
Okay, so that I got. Okay, you know me. I'm not like a DC funny person because I've been quiet while you lot have been talking. But that was pretty, very much munchy. I was very, very much. I'm invested in this. I'm invested in all of this Shogun shit. I'm invested.
I'm definitely more in this than if anyone remembers, Marvel done some anime ones with Iron Man and Wolverine.
Oh man, I can't even watch.
We're just not going to talk about that.
They were whack. But I already know that this isn't going to be on that, because literally I remember when I watched the trailers for them and I was like, that's it. That's what I done. When I watched this, I was like, I was just no. I didn't even care what was going on. I wasn't reading no subtitles. I was just going no. Anything DC animated does is usually like they rarely have bad animated films. Very rarely. And even when they're not that good, they're not like
terrible.
What the hell was that? Like especially like a lot of the early Marvel stuff that I didn't like. But yeah, I'm very excited for that.
Yeah, this one does.
The trailer.
When's that one dropping?
I can't remember actually.
Well, I think it's next year sometime. Well, obviously next year, but
that looked good. Even the Joker in that, I was just like, oh, he just looks so sinister. He just looks so good. He's just so good. So I'm excited. That's my little singy song bit.
Yeah. Do we know who the animators are? Are they actually?
It's a Japanese
studio, right?
Being done by as far as I know. Story writer Kazuki Nakashima and character designer Takashi Okazaki from Afro Samurai.
Oh, right,
Afro Samurai. Oh, I loved Afro Samurai. Oh. Speaking quickly on anime.
It just says it'll be released on DVD and Blu-ray next year. That's what it says.
Oh,
okay. Speaking quickly on anime, Attack on Titan should be coming out. When was it? June, July, sometime mid June, July 2018.
I still need to catch up on the last season. I'm so behind.
Okay.
I only watched the first 2 episodes, and even then, it was like an episode and a half. I was kind of not paying attention. I was doing other stuff.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I need to come back.
You do need to come back. Catch up. You need to catch up on that. You need to catch up on Tokyo Ghoul, because that's coming out. They completely revamped that. Like when they dropped the
trailer. No spoilers. I don't even want to see the trailer. I think I'm like, what season did I finish of Tokyo Ghoul?
No, because the new trailer was
I can't even remember.
Hello. Like we started off as like a really nice, I don't know, like a nice like BMW. Then they moved up to Mercedes Benz. I was like, oh, okay, we're getting all slick with the shit. Okay, that's fine as long as I get my nitty gritty. You know what I mean? Breaking the finger. That's all I need to see. Took your cool shit. No, but that's good. I heard. What was the one? If you don't watch Psycho Mob 100, I don't know what's wrong with you because it's just fucking hilarious. It's from the same people who made One Punch, so if you like One Punch, you'll like Psycho Mob because it's absolutely hilarious.
Are they doing another season of One Punch Man?
They were supposed to, but I'm not sure if they are. Like every 5 seconds, it's flying around. Like, yeah, they are. No, they're not. Yeah, they are. Yeah. But I'm thinking, well, if you're gonna do Psycho Mob, and you've brought out what do you call it, Full Metal, then you should do One Punch. But it's like I don't know how many episodes deep they're still in. Like I still haven't finished the One Punch like marathon for marathon.
Well, as far as I remember from a few months ago, or whatever, it was like season 2 is coming, but there's no release date.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think because I think there was a whole thing because I remember when I saw it, it was about the they're changing the studio that done the animation, and it was like people were kicking up a fuss about it. But I don't know unless I come and look it up quickly or whatever.
But yeah, but we have some nice yummy animes coming soon, and Netflix keeps dropping one every 5 seconds. And I'm just like, whoa, just slow the hell down because I can't keep up with all of this shit. It's a bit much, but I'm not complaining. So what they need to fucking hurry up and do, Netflix needs to hurry up and finish Ajin because that was a good anime and it was just great. If you haven't watched Ajin, it's on Netflix. It's really good. It's about this guy who basically he can't really technically die, but then he has this kind of
the black girl thing. Ajin, yes. Watch Ajin. That's a good series.
That is a good series. They need to hurry up and bring that back because I've just been waiting hella long for it.
What was Ajin a Netflix original?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ajin's good. Ajin's good.
Yeah.
And also watch Voltron because I said so.
Yeah.
God, yes, Voltron.
Because Josh said so. Watch
Voltron, man. Yeah. Voltron. It's just different. It took everything from the old series, fixed it, all the stuff that was stupid, makes fun of itself, and is sick as well at the same time.
Okay.
And it's got all the little tropes that were in the old one, but it's all updated and everything makes sense. And they added new story things. It's similar to when they redone Thundercats, and they done in I think it was 2011 or whatever. When they redone Thundercats, they took everything from the old Thundercats and then they put story behind it. Everything had a reason. It made sense. Unfortunately, cancelled after one season or whatever. But that Thundercats was better than the original Thundercats.
That was the newer cartoon, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was sick. I like that.
Yeah, that Thundercats was dope. Even when it came to the theme tune, and it was like no theme tune, but it just went or whatever like that. I was just like the little jingle. That's Thundercats, fam. Like, and then obviously it was for me because I went and bought the DVD of box set of Thundercats Volume 1, and then when I sat and I watched the whole thing, like the intro was the best bit. I remember there was an episode that fight with Mumra that he has in the intro is in an episode, but the animation quality is bare different because if you watch any show, you see like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, bad man intro, the animation looks sick, lightning effects, then the episode starts and it's like some shitty low frame rate, you know what I'm saying, no mouth moving shit or whatever. Like X-Men, the X-Men animated series, have you seen the Japanese intro?
I swear you showed that to me.
But the Japanese intro
next level
is on a next level. And I was just like, because the thing is that they kept all the designs and everything exactly the same, but they done it with that sick anime. And I was just like, sick. But that's basically that's what I felt like Thundercats was like it was. I went there thinking it was going to be all sick fighting, and it was Lionel and Slav walking through the woods, and then they get stuck at the bottom of the well or some shit like that. Oh, Lionel, I don't think we should be doing this, Slav. Down the well. You know, King of Omens, give me sight beyond sight. Oh, there's no way we can get out of this well. Thundercats, oh! Everyone comes. I know how the thing. You know what I'm saying? So Voltron, I feel like it does the same thing. It took a hacked up, put together anime dub thing and turned it into a proper series with a good story and good characters. Yeah, and it's dope. It's dope. And the final fight in season 2 is sick. It's one of those fights that you go, oh yes, oh there's that person from that episode and that person from that episode. And then you get emotionally invested because it's like everyone fighting back and then, oh yeah, sick.
So this one is Josh approved, okay? The Voltron is Josh approved.
Netflix, right?
Yeah,
Netflix.
Okay.
Netflix is doing a thing, bro.
Yeah, they are actually getting a bit. They're growing. I'm liking it.
Just wait till Disney buys them, innit?
Sure.
Can you imagine?
That was a thing a few months ago. Everyone was going, what's going to happen to all the DC shows?
What's next on the list?
We kind of talked about Star Wars already, or we can talk about some comics this week or last week.
Yay!
Has anyone been reading?
I've read nothing since the last time we done anything. I don't believe I've read anything.
What's Revival saying?
Revival's just it's just nangness on just a whole great Image. Just Image Comics is just my heart. It's my heart. But like, no, Revival's good, man. It's getting more obviously gritty and gritty. This one is issue 4. I think I'm like, oof. I think I'm like 4 issues behind or something. But it's just it's good. But if you don't know, Revival's like there's this place in America and all the dead people, they come back to life, but they're not zombies or anything. They're not eating people. They're kind of a little bit unhinged, as you would be when you come back alive after being dead. And then there's this weird kind of spirits floating around the place, and I'm not going to spoil it, but like these spirits obviously are connected to the people in some way, shape, and form. And this woman, she's a police officer, and her sister is they call them revivers. So her sister is a reviver. She comes back, and her sister's basically being like an anti-hero, going and helping people and whatnot. And then like the cop sister is trying to sort everything else while keeping her sister's safe from people who want to hurt her. But it's good. It's great. Like the characters are great. The drawings are really nice. I like how they draw the faces. But I just like everything about it. It has everything I want, which is death, destruction, and more death. I'm happy. And Image Comics are they're just doing it. They're doing it for me anyway. So they need to bring, because obviously if you don't follow me on Insta, like follow us on Insta in it. But I was dropping some comic books on my Insta, and I what was it? I saw the Nightwing. Oh, it's gonna bug me now. Oh, what's his name? I forgot what his name is. And it was like an old school Image comic, and it was a black guy, and he went around. He kind of looks like a what do you call it? A re-version of Batman, but I think he's a bit more violent than Batman. So yes.
I'm not sure.
Yes. Right. I can't remember what it's called. It's gonna annoy me now. Give me 2 seconds. Hold on. Talk amongst yourselves.
I'm talking amongst myself.
What have I been reading? I've been reading Batman. Read Batman Annual 2, which was it's kind of like a flashback kind of story with if you don't know, Tom King is writing Batman at the moment. I think he's doing a fantastic job. The annual is basically just a short story, or a long story actually, of Batman, the way Batman and Catwoman met. So it kind of goes it kind of goes through the first time they met, what they were actually doing, what she was doing to him, because she kind of knew who he was fairly quickly, and she's kind of taunting him in a way where she's coming to the Wayne Manor. She's looking through one of his safes. And she notices one of the necklace that his mother wore. So they're having a conversation, and she basically disappears. She runs away. But every time she comes, she kind of goes and comes, taunts him, goes and comes back. And every time she does that, she's leaving like a little mice in his house or wherever she's taunting him. So then it's just basically them like kind of building a relationship and realizing that even though she's kind of a bad guy and he's supposed to be a good guy, they actually have a lot in common. It's just them kind of bonding. It's a really, really good annual book. Definitely recommend.
Okay. Good.
Comic I was talking about was Shadowhawk. Like
Shadowhawk.
That was Shadowhawk. That was like an original old school Image comic. It was really good because it had the main black character. And then I was rereading Brodie's Law. Okay, Brodie's Law was it was like a British comic. It was Pulp, like theatre entertainment. Like seriously, this was like a really good comic, but they only stopped it at like 2 issues. I was so upset, and they said they were going to do a film of it. So it's basically, it's kind of like a male version of Rogue Power, but instead of kind of just getting everybody's abilities, he's able to like suck up everybody's identity, and then he can turn himself into anybody, kind of thing.
Nice.
And but then he can't get rid of them, kind of thing. So
do they stay with him as well? Like
Like so it kind of obviously is like fucking him up, and obviously he's got not crimes to solve, but like he's sorting out, like he's on a revenge vendetta kind of thing. So Brodie's Law was really good. I was rereading that because that was just nostalgic for me. So yeah,
what year did that come out? What year was it?
Oh my god, it's like it was a good couple years ago, but it was a really good concept. Like they got rid of it, and like the drawing in it is just like proper like film noir.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Yeah. So it was really, really good. I was really upset that they got rid of this because I thought it was bring back Brodie's Law, people.
Yeah. Need to write to Image.
I know, right? Be like, can you pick up Brodie's Law?
Hashtag. Yeah.
Hashtag Image Comics. Love you.
So, what are we looking forward to next week, or today actually?
Star Wars.
That was
Star Wars.
Just Star Wars. Oh,
Star Wars.
They dropped a new Wicked and Divine like comic, I think today, or was it yesterday? 1 or 2. So I'm looking forward to that. I need to pick that up as well. But yeah, it's just all about Star Wars right about now. Like, because as we know, like Princess Leia is no longer with us.
Yeah.
So it's interesting to see how.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Ruined the whole film for me. Ruined it.
No, but it's just like it's interesting to see how they're gonna kind of
Like for me, that's a spoiler. It was like, oh, that woman from Star Wars. I said, what woman? I said, I'm coming off Facebook now. I don't want no spoilers for the
No, because it's in my mind, because I know obviously the actress is like she's gone, so I'm just like I want to know how they proper honor her in the film kind of thing. So
yeah, true.
Yeah, true. It's gonna be fun. Like, but when are you seeing it, Rich? Are you seeing it tomorrow?
Friday. Quite a few of us from work are going actually.
Okay. Are you going to the Odeon or?
We're going to the IMAX. Yeah, we kind of every year that Star Wars is now we're kind of getting everyone together and going to the IMAX and
Cool.
checking
Josh,
it
are you
out.
seeing it tomorrow or Friday?
I'll probably go. I might go tomorrow. I ain't going to no IMAX. I'm going to Odeon because it's 5 minutes from my yard. I'm going to buy a VIP seat. I'm going to sit right in the middle. I might go at 9 o'clock in the morning. I might be the only person there, which I don't care.
No, okay.
Yes,
How did you see it?
you know what I'm talking about. And then, then I'm just going to sit there. I'm going to buy some big popcorn. And I say that, I'm not going to buy a big popcorn. Unless it's that same chick that was there when we went to Justice League.
Yeah,
I forgot her name.
Cool.
Was it Claudia?
Claudia.
Yeah,
Bye, Claudia.
Unless Claudia's there. If Claudia ain't there, if Claudia ain't there, I'm going to Morrison's to buy the big bag of popcorn that costs £2.50, not the £6 one. That's the same size in bloody thing in the cinema. Nice. And then I'm gonna sit there with my popcorn. I'm gonna watch some Star Wars. Hell yeah!
That review next week's gonna be major. So that should be fun. That should be very fun. Oh yeah. And I'm going on Friday. I'm going to see it at the View. It's gonna be fun. I'm going on my Action Jacksons. It's gonna be crazy.
The thing I'm most excited for is Luke. I just want to see Luke in
of course.
action.
I've been saying just bare memes of him, because I've been like you, I've been dodging spoilers online. So, but I keep seeing memes of Luke. Like I had to do it to the fandom. I'm like, what is going on? I'm just like, no, I'm not. I'm coming off.
Yeah, gotta avoid those spoilers, man.
Yeah.
No.
They're everywhere.
It should be fun. Oh yeah.
That's why I need to go tomorrow. I said I can't do it. I still haven't watched fucking Rogue One yet.
But, mate.
Yeah, I know. But because it took so long, I was avoiding stuff for Rogue One for so long. Like, because conveniently I left the country for 2 weeks. I was like cut off from everything. And when I came back, I was like, I'll just stay off for a little bit more, whatever.
Yeah.
And then it got to the point where everyone stopped talking about it. But then when they started talking about it, they were just talking about it, assuming as if you've seen it. I'm like, come on, man. Even though I forgot some stuff, like I learned about some scenes that weren't in it, that were in the trailer and stuff like that. And I was like, all right, cool. And now enough time has gone that I've forgotten those things, and I can go and I can watch it. But with this, I'm taking no chances. Yeah, I don't want to. It comes out tonight, and then tomorrow. Like, I'm not going on Facebook tomorrow. In fact, my Facebook window's open right now. Goodbye. I'm not waking up to. Did you see? Or like people even put that in their things on YouTube. Like the first thing. And I'm like, no.
Just no.
I'm not having none of that. I need to go watch it, get out of the way, so I can continue living life as a normal human being.
No, definitely. But yeah, anybody who's watched Star Wars, just shush for the next.
I will kill you and all of your children.
Yes, just shush for the next 2 weeks, please.
You think Anakin was bad killing them younglings? You ain't seen nothing yet.
Oh, Kylo Ren! I swear, if I have a son, I'm calling him Kylo Ren. I don't care. Let him. But yeah, is there anything else we need to quickly discuss? We need to talk about?
No, I guess it's Star Wars next week then.
Yeah,
we're all going to be watching it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of Star Wars talk.
Spoiler review. We've got to do a spoiler review, man.
Yes, definitely. Yes.
Yeah, maybe we might do that separate from the podcast. Otherwise, it will just like eat up the whole thing.
That'll be the bonus
TV.
True. Yeah.
That's a Star Wars discussion.
Any comics we're looking forward to next week or this week? Comic-wise, Josh, you gonna anything?
I've been out of the loop for a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, Doomsday Clock is mainly. Yeah. Yeah.
Mr. Miracle as well. I'm looking forward to Mr. Miracle. Well, I just got it today actually.
How is it?
I haven't read it yet. I haven't had the chance to read it yet, but it's a pretty dope cover.
Ooh, that's
nice cover
pretty.
Action Comics as well. What's that guy's name again? Not Superman, obviously.
Booster Gold.
Booster Gold, yeah. He's gonna try and stop Superman doing something. I don't know if you guys.
I'm gonna assume he's gone back in time.
Yeah, he was actually
a time traveler.
Yeah, he actually used the treadmill as well to go back as well.
Yeah, the cosmic treadmill.
Yeah, that was pretty dope. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. There's an Amazing Spider-Man and Venom Alpha Inc. a tie-in as well. I'm not too sure what that's about.
Okay.
But yeah, those are. I'm gonna read those this week and let you guys know how it is. And next week I'll see what's out next week. And
oh yeah. Okay, so that's all wrapped up for issue 2.
Issue 2 done and wrapped.
No.
Thanks a lot for listening. Whoever's out there listening to us, go on.
Yeah, we're still at the baby fruit stage. Remember, okay? Support, click, subscribe, comment.
Like, share, subscribe, all that jazz.
Yeah, we are on Twitter at dasourcewall, dasourcewall.
Yeah.
Email. You can email us if you like. Go a bit old fashioned. YouTube.
Email's old fashioned now.
We got
with us, you know what I mean?
Yeah. We're also on iTunes, Stitcher, SoundCloud.
Yes.
Until we realise those ones are shit and we stay on the one that gets us the most narfness.
Narf. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so until next week then, innit?
Yeah.
Until next time, comic book lovers.
Yeah, my light conveniently died.
That
means it's time to go.
I'm done.
Thanks a lot, guys.
Next week.
Long and prosper.